Hello students of Standard 10. You are learning about the topographical maps. Today you are going to learn all the topics which you have written in your copies. So I am going to explain about the each important points you are learning about the topographical map. You can see this topographical map, and the numbering of the map is given on the top. Survey of India map, sheet number 45D7. Below the map, you can see the different scales. You have learned about the statement scale, which is given just below the map and on the graphic scale at the right hand side. 2 centimeter is to 1 kilometer. Then the second scale RF, which is 1 is to 50,000. And the third scale, this is the linear scale, which is drawn here. It is shown in kilometers. From 0 to right hand side, these are showing in kilometers, and the left hand side part is showing the small unit, that is meters. This is useful to measure the distance between two places and also to measure the length of the anything, maybe the road, maybe the canal, maybe the cart track. So they are useful in the topographical map. Now you will see different features which you have written in your copy about the direction. Here you can see the main river Banas is flowing from northeast to southwest, and a tributary is joining from southeast to northwest. So in the whole map you should know about the direction: north, south, east, west. These are the cardinal points, and the sub directions are northeast, southeast, northwest and southwest. The directions are important in the topographical map, as in the questions they are asked the directions about the rivers, directions about the places. So rivers, for the rivers you should give always two directions, from which direction to which direction a river flows. So here just now I explained this Balaram Nadi is the tributary of main river. It is flowing from southeast to northwest. And the village direction, how are the questions asked? What is the direction of village Antroli from Sangla? So here you can see the direction of village Antroli. What is the direction of village Antroli from Sangla? So from Sangla the direction of Antroli is northeast. For villages or places, no need to give two directions because they are not moving. Only one direction is asked to tell. So to remember. The next topic you have learned, that is about the different types of drainage pattern. Here in this map you can see, here there are many branches of this stream, main river. These streams are joining. So they are forming the drainage pattern, that is dendritic. And in this grid square you can see these streams are joining the main stream at right angle here. These streams are joining the river at right angle, you can see here. So This is trellised or rectangular pattern, drainage pattern you are learning. Next, if you see the northern part of this map, here, this is a mountain and all rivers from this mountain are descending in all directions. So, what does this drainage pattern showing? It is showing the radial drainage pattern. You have learnt about the underground drainage pattern. Here you can see all brown dots are showing the sand dunes. This whole area is showing the sandy area. So a stream is not joining any other stream or larger stream. This is disappearing. So it is showing underground drainage pattern or disappearing drainage pattern. To locate in the topographical map, you have learnt grid references. In the whole map, if you see, eastings, all vertical lines are the eastings and all horizontal lines are the northings. So these have made a grid which is very important to locate a place. Suppose the question is asking, what is the grid square, 4-figure grid square of village Antroli? So for Antroli, you can see the grid reference. First, eastings numbering. What is the eastings numbering of Antroli? You can see its numbering is 9-5. Because east of this easting Antroli is located, first you have to write 9-5. And then north of which northings, that is 7-6. So for Antroli, you can write 4-figure grid reference, that is 9576. You can see 9576. Okay. So this is the actual location of Antroli. This is the grid square, 4-figure grid reference for village Antroli. Suppose the question is asking for any other symbols. Suppose this is the triangulated height or trigonometrical station. So for this triangulated height, if the question is asking, give 6-figure grid reference. First you have to write eastings numbering, east of which easting, this is 9-5. And then from this easting, how much far it is. This 9-5 eastings to 9-6. Approximately you can divide in 10 units. And from here, how much far it is, you can see the triangle, not the figure. So, if you see it is approximately 7. If one numbering difference is there, that is considered. But you try to see the actual location. So, after 9-5, you have to write 9-5-7 or 6. And then, what is the northings numbering? 7-4. So, from 7-4, how much far it is? You have to see the base of the triangle. So, this is 4, not at the center it is. So, from the first northing 7-4 to 7-5, you have to divide in 10 units. No need to draw lines, approximately you see the base of the triangle. So, the 4th, 5th, 6th figure will be 7-4 and this is 4. So, 6-figure grid reference for this triangulated height is 9-5-7 and 7-4-4. So, this is the actual location of this triangulated height. Okay. Next, you have studied about the settlement pattern. So, all over the map, what is the general settlement pattern? You can see the villages are shown in groups. That means that is nucleated pattern. If the village is far, the permanent settlement is far from each other here. In grid square 9773, in this grid square you can see one permanent hut is very far from other. That means this is showing dispersed settlement. And here you can see some permanent huts and buildings are along with the railway track in line. That means this is showing the linear settlement pattern along with the railway track, along with the metal road. When they develop, they form, the permanent huts are shown in line, and that is the linear settlement pattern. So this is about the settlement pattern. You have learned different heights. You have learned different heights. All different heights are shown in the map. So, just now I mentioned about triangulated height. Here, black dot 205, this is showing the spot height. Here, 13R is showing the relative height of the sand dune. All these brown color dots are the sand dunes. So 13R is indicating relative height of the sand dune is 13 meters. If there are some other features which you have learned, that is also shown at different places. In this BM you have studied 224.6. What does it show? This is also a particular height, which is 224.6 meter above the sea level. Always do remember, heights and contours in meters. Whatever heights are indicated in the topographical map, they are shown in meters. Do remember, it is written just below the graphic scale or linear scale. Then you have learnt about the different features. Some of these are given here. Different colors, different features you have studied. All over the map there is yellow color, that is showing agricultural area. The river, which is perennial, that is shown with the help of blue line in the river bed. If there is no blue line, only river bed and black dots are there, that means the river has sandy river bed and that is non-perennial. All over the map you are seeing the black lines. These are small streams joining the larger river, main river. There are some different features which are shown in the map. All these black color curved lines along with the streams, they are showing broken ground. It is caused due to the erosion by water. Here you can see DEP, which is showing the depression. DEP means depression, and it is caused due to the erosion by wind. So, these are some important features shown in the map. Black tree in the map shows that prominent surveyed tree, and numbering is given in that particular area. There are about 225 trees in the reserve forest. They are counted and written. So this shows that prominent surveyed tree. After surveying, it is counted and written on one of the tree. This black tree shows the prominent surveyed tree. In the map you can see some capital alphabets Q, C, Q, D in this map. That means the area of whole map is 100 kilometer square. Then you can see open scrub. What is it? A large area having scattered small bushes, thorny bushes and trees. And what is the importance of this open scrub? That is good for animal rearing. That is good for animal rearing. So, some of the features you have already learnt here. In the next map, you can see some other features. Here, you can see a perennial large water reservoir, and 10R is written very close to the perennial tank, or you can say lake, and very close to this canal. So, if the question is asked, what does 10R indicate? Your answer can be 10R indicates the relative height of the embankment of a perennial lake or perennial tank, or can be given relative depth of a canal that is 10 meters deep. Okay, here you can see all different modes of transport. These are double red line showing the metal road, single red color line joining all and each village, that is the cart track. Here you can see single line, broken line, red color, that is narrower than the cart track. This is known as pack track. And in the forested area, which is shown in green color, you can see red dots. This is the footpath. You are seeing different villages connected with different modes of transport. Here also you can see a river which is not perennial because there is no blue line. A large area is forested area, and in the forest you can see some of the symbols. This is black dot which is showing the boundary of Tahsil or Taluk. It is not the boundary of reserve forest. Yes, here brackish is written, and very close to that there is a blue dot. Blue dot indicates the lined well. So brackish means the water in the well is salty, unfit for drinking. In the whole map you can see some are the large villages or they have all the facilities. So if you see here village Anadra, it is well connected with the metal road, cart track with other village. So sometimes it is asked, what are the facilities the largest nucleated settlement is getting? So PTO means Post and Telegraph Office, DB is Dak Bungalow, dispensary, police chowki, all these facilities are there in this village. So all these slowly you can learn. Today I have explained whatever you have learned. So please do learn, and what you have written in your copy, do learn it. You can see here dot which is showing the telephone line. It is showing the telephone line. One dark color dot and two plain dot, and then dark color dot. So this is different and this is different. So all these are given in the map below. Below the map, all these index are given here. You should learn all these index, how they are shown just below the map. If you are familiar of it during the exams, you can write easily without looking for it. So whatever you have learned today, you should learn using different maps which are given in your copies. So thank you children.